Welcome back to the Casuals Podcast. Nick and G Baby here.
Yes, sir. Come on.
Last episode we talked about the AFC East. Today, college football preseason top 25 poll got dropped. We'll talk a little bit about that, but mainly we're talking about AFC South today.
Probably, in my opinion, the stinkiest division in the NFL.
Yeah, not much to really talk about with that division, but I mean, we'll get to it. We'll figure it out. College football wise,
I'll say the top 25 to me is interesting.
It's interesting all year. Every year is interesting. I mean, you could put it any way you want, and people are going to agree with it. People are going to disagree with it. It's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
I don't know. This one, it's always controversy.
I mean, Alabama 1. Ohio State is 2 is kind of surprising to me.
Yeah, I mean...
Did they have a good recruiting class?
Ohio State's NIL is insane. Yeah, and they have like the best wide receiver core in the nation. But, I mean, coming off last year, like, I don't know. Maybe that's Michigan bias. That did not impress me. Oh my gosh, Hassan Haskins bent them over like a little schoolgirl last year. I mean, yeah, Bama won. Obviously, that's scary. That last year was considered a rebuilding year by Saban.
That's actually insane.
To lose in the national championship and
it wasn't even.
Year.
It's not even like they had a bad game. Like they had a decent game. To be fair,
they did. I mean.
Like, I don't understand how you could say it's a rebuilding year and almost win the national championship. Like, that's a little confusing to me, to be honest. I mean, but
when you just breed 5 stars, I guess. I guess that's what it is. Yeah, so Bama 1, Ohio State 2, Georgia 3, Clemson 4.
That I don't understand that. How many wins did they have last year?
Not much. They weren't in the ACC championship, weren't they?
Oh, I don't even think they had a bowl game. That's got to be fact-checked. I don't even think they have a bowl game. They weren't in the ACC championship. It was Pitt and Wake Forest.
Yeah. I mean...
Because remember, that's the game where Kenny Pickett did the fake slide.
Yeah. Yeah, from not even... Did they make a bowl game?
I'm like 85% positive they didn't make a bowl game. I can look here.
I have to look that up. Because that would be insane to go from not making a bowl game to number 4. That's
I don't crazy. Understand. See here. Oh, they did. They played Iowa State in the Cheez-It Bowl.
The Cheez-It Bowl. So to go from the Cheez-It Bowl to number 4, that's crazy.
They only won 20-13 against Iowa State with DJ Ugabuga as the starting quarterback.
Yeah, I mean he did not impress. I mean their offensive line was all young.
Did they get a new quarterback in?
They got one of their freshmen coming in is pretty good. I don't think he'll start. I think
so. No more DJ.
DJ's definitely going to be the starter for now, unless he shits the bed again. I don't think so. There's a very good chance he does, but I don't think so. Notre Dame 5.
That doesn't surprise me because didn't they finish like 7 last year?
They were up there. I don't like Notre Dame.
No,
that's bad. Texas A&M 6. That's crazy, but it's not that crazy because Texas A&M always has a great. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. Great recruiting class. Preseason poll in the top 10. Mid. Every year. I mean, maybe it changes, but I don't.
They're in the SEC though. I feel like you gotta give them some sort of a little bit of not a lot, but a little bit of slack.
Yeah, I mean they had a really good recruiting class. Because supposedly they pay their players, but
I mean, who doesn't?
Who doesn't? Yeah, exactly. Nick Saban doesn't.
Supposedly.
Yeah. So Utah 7. I like Utah. They gave Ohio State a run for the money.
They won the Pac-12 last year, right?
Yeah. That Rose Bowl was insane. Michigan 8. much get disrespected. That's all right though.
I feel like where would you put Michigan?
I don't think 8 is that bad. If you just told me Michigan was ranked 8 with no context behind it, I would say, okay, that's fair. But if you told me Michigan's ranked 8 with Texas A&M above them, then
so would you put weird. So you would put Michigan over Texas A&M?
Yes.
Over Notre Dame?
I don't know. I think you can take Michigan and Notre Dame and put them at 5 and 6 and flip them.
So you're keeping Clemson at 4?
No, hell no. Oh yeah, yeah. Clemson should be like.
What about Utah? You think they should be above Utah? So you're saying Utah at 4, Michigan, Notre Dame 5 and 6.
Well, Michigan did make the playoffs, so I'd say Michigan 4, Utah 5.
Notre Dame 6.
Yes.
A&M 7, Clemson 8. Just from the top 8 there.
Yes, that's fine.
That seems reasonable to me. Clemson top 10 to me is still kind of crazy, but
yeah, but
at the end of the day, it is Clemson.
True. Oklahoma 9. That's gonna be
interesting.
I'm really eager to see what they look like, but
who's their quarterback? Didn't they get a quarterback? What was that transfer?
Dylan Gabriel from UCF. Yeah, I like him. I think he got hurt last year, but I don't know. I want to see how that offense is ran.
I feel like Oklahoma always has a half decent year. Excuse me. I feel like they always have like a half decent year to start, and then there's just these games. They're just like they're just unplayable.
I know, they play, yeah. They'll be good, and then they play Kansas State and lose by 50. Actually, it's the Big 12, so it's probably more like 60 to 50. Rounding out the top 10, Baylor. I like Baylor. It was Baylor, Oklahoma State. Oh yeah, Oklahoma didn't even. Because it was Baylor, Oklahoma State in the Big 12 championship. Yeah. 11 Oregon, 12 Oklahoma State, 13 NC State.
How do you feel about Oregon at 11? Because they had a stanky year last year.
Yeah, I'm not really that up to date on Oregon.
Oregon lost me a lot of money last year, so.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I should rank Utah higher for that one. Little context. Me and Gavin placed some bets last year. Oh, man. There was 2 games. I think it was both of them were Utah, Oregon, wasn't it?
Yeah, because one was like the last regular season game or whatever, and then the one was the championship, the Pac-12 championship. Right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and
Oregon lost
Oregon both. And both. And
they lost
Utah.
Both.
Yeah,
Utah was giving them work. Wasn't even close.
12 Oklahoma State, 13 NC State, 14 USC, and 15 Michigan State to round out the top 15.
I'm interested to see NC State this year.
NC State.
They got what's his name? Spencer Rattler.
That's South Carolina.
Oh, that's awkward. That's awkward. My fault.
Okay. We're bigger NFL guys here. Yeah. Is South Carolina's not even ranked? I thought you were gonna say you're hyped to see USC.
I am hyped to see USC.
All the transfers.
I'm surprised though to see Pittsburgh is top 25.
I know, losing Kenny Pickett, and they lost Jordan Addison to USC.
People say he's the best receiver in college, right?
Yeah, that's not crazy to say. He's definitely one of the best. Michigan State 15, dog. Not a dog. Dog.
Just dog.
Miami at 16. Miami's always in the top 25.
I like Miami.
They always suck. No.
No. I'm not saying I like them to be good. I just like personally, I like them. Shout out to you.
Their quarterback's got a cool name. Other than that, I don't know what else they have going for them.
They definitely got some bad joints down there.
I know.
But other than that, I feel like anywhere through 15 through 25 is kind of like up in the air.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah,
nor does it really matter, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, so the rest, 17 Pitt, then it goes Wisconsin, Arkansas, Kentucky, Ole Miss, Wake Forest, Cincinnati, Houston, and BYU. I mean, I don't know.
BYU is interesting to me. No Penn State.
Yeah.
No Tennessee. No Texas.
Tennessee needs to be ranked. That is a federal
No
crime.
Tennessee, no Texas, no Iowa, no Penn State, no LSU, no Minnesota, no Purdue, no Mississippi State, no Auburn, no Florida.
Poor Auburn, yeah.
Yeah. Pour one out.
Oh my gosh.
But like, I don't understand. Like, I don't see.
Yeah, usually some of these bigger name schools I would think they would just throw them in just because of the name. Like, I would definitely throw an LSU into the top 25. I don't think they're going to be anything special, but
I don't understand how BYU's in there.
I don't see Florida in here either.
Florida's not in there. I don't understand how BYU is at 25. Ole Miss at 21. I feel like that's a stretch over Tennessee, over Texas.
Ooh, Texas isn't even here either.
No Tennessee, no Texas.
A lot of big names outside the top 25.
The top four that got votes that didn't make it were Tennessee, Texas, Iowa, and Penn State.
Yeah, I respect all those. I think
those should be in there over BYU, over Cincinnati, over Ole Miss.
Wake Forest, I like Wake Forest at 22, but they just lost Sam Hartman.
I was about to say, is he I forget
something
what he did,
medically wrong with him.
Is he out for the year?
I think.
That's rough.
I think so. That is rough. Like I don't. That was made after they knew that. So like I don't know. A Wake Forest without Sam Hartman. I mean, I'm not a big Wake Forest guy, so I don't know their whole depth chart. But like, what stands out to me is like a Wake Forest without a Sam Hartman.
Yeah,
is just not. I don't know. It's just the Wake Forest.
I mean, I guess
years.
you got to take into consideration they were in the ACC championship last year. I guess that's kind of what they're going on.
But like Iowa, I mean, even though they got spanked, I mean, Iowa was in Big Ten championship. They're not even ranked.
That's true. It was Iowa and Michigan, right?
Yeah. I mean, they got beat by like 40 points, but they're still. If you're gonna say that, I mean, they're at least in there.
And then Michigan got beat by like 40 points.
Yeah, that was rough. I drank away my sorrows and I turned the game off after like the second quarter. That was rough. I mean, yeah, that's top 25 recap. I don't have much to say about other than that.
Not much.
Yeah. So if you want to jump into AFC South,
I'm excited. To get the AFC South going here.
Yeah, I'm so excited. A bunch of good teams. Anyone can make the playoffs here. So
such a toss-up.
Such a toss-up. It's a toss-up because they're all bad. And any team can just go and win 5 games.
Starting with the Texans here. What do you got? What do you got the Texans at?
I got the Texans at 2-15.
I also have the Texans at 2-15. Who do you have their 2 wins against?
I have them splitting with. Oh no. Yeah, I messed something up. But I have them beating the Titans.
Really?
Yes, I have them splitting with the Titans. And looking at this, I'll probably give them. See, I think I meant the Jags.
Yeah, you definitely meant the Jags.
Because I have the Titans. Because they play the Titans week 16 and the Jags week 17. So I have them splitting with the Titans and Jags, and that's their 2 wins.
I have them beating the Bears week 3.
Yeah, if I had them beating the Bears, I think I'd have the Bears have like 1 win on the season. So
I think that's what I have.
Not high on the Bears, but we'll get into that at a later time. Yeah, their over-under is 4.5.
Well, I'm taking under
all day.
I would be a little more optimistic, but they just lost Matty. He chemotherapy.
Sucks.
That is terrible.
That sucks. I was excited. I was really excited to watch him play. I think he'd give I mean, they need receivers. They have Brandon Cooks.
It's Brandon Cooks. That's it.
Brandon Cooks. Yeah. I mean, that'd be a name you'd want in your lineup every Sunday. Last year they went 4-13. I think Davis Mills didn't do too bad with that.
I think he'll definitely progress, but I mean, with nobody around him, it's gonna be rough. They got some decent additions. They got Marlon Mack, decent.
I mean, that's the only ad I have. I mean, they had a great draft. I think they had a great draft. I think they had one of the best drafts too.
They had Stingley, right?
They had Stingley, and then they had Kenyon Green, another good. I think he's a tackle from Texas A&M, offensive lineman from Texas A&M. John Mechie, he's out this year, but once he comes back, he's going to be good. Christian Harris, linebacker from Bama. I don't know much about him. I don't know much about him.
He's from Bama, so he's got to be at least half decent.
Yeah, right. And we got some friends that are big Bama guys, and they talk him up like he's tough. Take your word for it, yo. Dameon Pierce.
He's on my fantasy team.
Yeah, bro. Gavin took Dameon Pierce a pick before I did. That was tough. Broke my heart a little bit, but it is. I think he's gonna do good though.
I think that'll be the bright. I think surprisingly, the offense will be the bright spot.
Yeah.
I think Davis Mills will be improved. Brandon Cooks is just Brandon Cooks, and you got Pierce. I think Pierce will be good. If Pierce plays, I think Pierce will be good.
Yeah.
I saw, who was it? Someone said, maybe it was just a beat reporter or something, but they said if Pierce isn't starting week 1, the Texans aren't putting their best lineup out there.
I did see that too. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I watched their preseason game. Even Pierce looked like electric. That was one of my notes I wrote down about that. Like, Damien, it just kind of jumps off the screen. Like, who is this guy? He's just busting off like 5-yard runs after 5-yard runs. Like, it's just he looked good. Marlon Mack, we talked about that. Key losses to Deshaun Watson, tough. Such a key loss. Maybe not so much a key loss to the city of Houston, but a key loss maybe to the team.
Texans.
They're probably glad to get him out of that city.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
They lost Justin Reed to the Chiefs, a safety. He's the one that's like kicking 60-yard field goals in the safety for the Chiefs. That's tough. We hit on John Mechie being.
That's really unfortunate
about him. Stingley's coming off an injury.
Apparently, he's been in camp though, hasn't he?
I believe so.
I thought I saw a report that said he's been doing pretty good in camp.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to do pretty good. He was good his freshman year of college at LSU. So seeing him come off an injury, we'll see if he's the same old dude.
I think he'll have a quote unquote bad year because I feel like he's the only good secondary player on that team.
Because they'll probably get torched and they'll blame it on Stingley. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, then Davis Mills, how does he look in year 2?
I think it's definitely improved for sure.
Yeah, I like Davis Mills.
Honestly, I don't see anything wrong with Davis Mills. I mean, obviously, you could definitely have better, but I don't think he does anything like there's any drastic improvements he needs to make. No, I feel like he's definitely solid with what he has.
With what he had around him, yeah, definitely. I mean, the worst part about him, he came from Stanford, but that's all right. Smart guy.
And his hairline's a little messed up, but
I never seen it, but I'll take your word for it. I really like I don't even think I can say this anymore because I was gonna say that I like the good young core around them because of their draft picks, but I don't know, I forget where I heard it from, but they're one of the oldest teams.
Who?
Texans.
No way.
I think.
There's no way.
Look that up. Maybe I shouldn't have just said that because I'm not 100% sure. But you look that up.
That's on average age?
I think so. I could be wrong. But
what do you have their ceiling at for the Texans?
They went over 4 games.
I was about to say their ceiling is they're not in the top 5 and draft picks.
Yeah, their ceiling would be hit the over on wins, and Davis Mills looks pretty good. I mean, their floor, I have them. I mean, they very well could be the worst team in the league. I mean, they're not far from it, I would say. I mean, they could easily win. Like, I don't think that they're going to go the whole season without winning a game. But their floor is definitely just one win.
Yeah. I think their floor is number one pick.
Yeah.
And I think their ceiling is outside of the top 5. Like, I don't think they have a very good year at all.
No, I mean, I don't think they're going to have a good year this year. In the next couple years, maybe. I don't know how old Brandon Cooks is. I think he's older than we think, but get that up.
No, I can't find it. I'll just take your word for it.
I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but
I was about to say, it seems kind of crazy because their team is so bad. You'd think they would just put a bunch of young guys out there.
I know. I mean, you got to think, like, Marlon Mack is not that young.
Marlon Mack's not.
Brandon Cooks is not that young. I don't know who their defense is, but
Dingley, that's about it.
Dingley's young, but I don't know about that.
The Texans don't have a very good year. Another team that's not gonna have a good year though, the Jaguars.
No,
they're having a stanky season.
I have them going a little bit higher than the Texans. Not that much. I gotta go 5-12.
Whoa, I got 2-15 as well.
Really?
Same as the Texans.
Really? Wow. I like Trevor Lawrence. I like ETN. I like the new vibe with
you like Doug Peterson.
Well, I like him better than Mr. Sticky Fingers, Urban Meyer Sticky Fingers. Oh yeah, anyone's better than Urban Meyer. My God. Last year they went 3-14. Their over under is 6.5. That's insane. I mean, I'm still slamming the under, but
the only reason I don't like him is because they spent so much money on players that don't drastically upgrade him.
I mean,
like they brought in Christian Kirk,
and they paid him like Devontae
crazy
Adams.
Money.
Yeah, but they dropped a bag on him
which is insane to me. They brought in Evan Ingram. That is
opposite of Sticky Fingers.
That is tragic in itself.
There are so many videos just like clowning him on Twitter. Just every drop ball that he has is just on there, and all the Giants fans in the comments saying, "I told you so." Yeah. I mean, other than that,
I was gonna say, did they really add anybody else like crazy?
They got some offensive line help.
Oh yeah, they paid
Brandon Scherf.
Yeah, Brandon Scherf.
They got him. I mean, they lost. I don't know how much of a loss it is. They lost DJ Chark. They lost Miles Jack to the Steelers.
Ooh,
that's rough. I mean, they drafted Walker.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I still think I'd rather have Miles Jack easily.
Oh yeah, because I think Trayvon Walker's going to be a bust.
That's wow. I mean, first overall pick?
Yeah.
Like Jamarcus Russell type bust?
No, not that bad. But he's not going to be like number 1 overall. Like,
you think they should have went? You think they should have went Aiden Hutchinson?
Yes.
That's biased.
Definitely.
That's biased.
No, dude. You look at Aiden Hutchinson. I mean, okay, I'll give it to him. Trayvon Walker is a better athlete. Like that. He
had a sack in his first preseason game.
He did. He looked good. He looked fast off the line. He did. But I don't know. I mean, you have a polished Aiden Hutchinson just sitting there saying, "Pick me."
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Trayvon Walker wasn't even the best defensive lineman on his team.
No, he wasn't. College. He put up mid numbers, and if you have names like a Nakobe Dean and a Jordan Davis, on the defense, like all their attention should be going to him or going to them guys, and you're sitting there with like 6 sacks on the year.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I don't know.
I don't understand how he was. Excuse me. I don't understand how he was the number 1 pick.
He's athletically gifted. His that is off the charts, and that's probably why. But
although I feel like this is one of those drafts where you didn't want the first overall pick, like you didn't want the pressure of of taking a stinky one.
Yeah, I mean this was definitely not a good draft. I mean, I wouldn't say it was bad draft. I think
they're definitely good player. It was a good all around draft, but I wouldn't say there was anyone like Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert. You know what I mean? Like insane talent.
Yeah, because a lot of people will classify the draft as a bad draft because there's no quarterback there. But I think like it was a good defensive draft.
Definitely, I definitely think it was a good defensive draft. But
yeah, I mean, staying on the defensive side of the ball, Devin Lloyd out of Utah.
That's a good pick.
That is a good pick. I love
that's
Devin
an insane
Lloyd.
pick.
I thought the Eagles were locked to get him, but it could be Dean. That's tough too.
I'll say there's not much to talk about the Jags. Honestly.
I know. I mean, it's like
they spent a bunch of money, which they shouldn't have, on players that don't drastically upgrade them. They brought in a new head coach. That'll be interesting to see how Trevor Lawrence does.
And that's what I was going to say, because I mean, coming out of high school and into college, like Trevor Lawrence was a generational type quarterback.
He didn't even have that good of a first year. Are you blaming that though on system?
Yes, I'm a big Trevor Lawrence believer. I think he's going to do good.
I don't know. I'm a little iffy on him. If he doesn't
give me sunshine.
If he doesn't do good this year, he's done out.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
2-year cushion. That's it.
Sorry about that. A little technology issue.
Yeah, camera cuts.
Technical difficulty. We got it figured out though. Anyway, I'm not saying it's a 2-year cushion. I think if he doesn't put up a better stats this year than he did last year, I don't think he's the generational talent everybody think he is.
Yeah, I mean, I have high hopes, but
so I don't want to say it's a 2-year cushion, but I want to say not in the fact that he'll be like cut or traded or whatever. I just don't think he'll be. If he doesn't do decent, I'm not even gonna say good. If he doesn't do decent this year, I think it's a little questionable.
Yeah, I think you definitely go into year 3 with more questions than the previous.
Oh yeah, more questions than answers for sure.
I can't believe we got this far into talking about the Jags without talking about Travis Etienne.
Yeah,
he's about to be a dog. He looked good in that first preseason game. Like you can just tell, like it's electric.
You think so? You think he's straight 3 down back? Or you think it's committee with Robinson? Is Carlos Hyde still there?
It doesn't matter because Urban Meyer's not there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I want to say it's going to be committee, but that's just because I like Robinson.
Me too. Unless
he's one of the few bright spots of that stanky team.
Yeah, and he has been for the past couple of years. But unless Travis Etienne just goes off and maybe they get some trade value for James Robinson or something like that.
Bad, yeah.
But nowadays it's just everyone's running.
Everyone's got running backs.
What do you got your ceiling for the 2-15 Jags?
For the 2-15 Jags, 6 wins, maybe.
Yeah,
I feel like that's kind of pushing it though.
I say their ceiling is over 6 wins.
Really?
Yeah.
So what are you saying? Like 8 and 9?
I'm leaning more towards the 7
and 10,
7 to 6, 7.
I feel like I same thing with the Texans. Anything outside of the top 6, 7 picks.
I mean, I feel like this is a team in this division that could surprise people. That could be one of those surprise teams.
It depends how well their new signings mesh. Like you spent all that money, you got to go out there and do something.
And it depends with, the Titans. I'm not that high on the Titans. If they,
what do you got them at? What do you got the Titans at?
The Titans?
Yeah.
Oh man, let's see. Titans, I got them going 7 and 10.
That's what I have here, 7 and 10.
Yeah.
They lost a lot.
They did, and biggest name, obviously, you lost AJ Brown. And you drafted
Treylon Burks.
You drafted Treylon Burks to replace him, but I don't know.
He had a bad camp, but I don't want to blame it solely on, because they were saying he has asthma. They're saying he was having trouble breathing.
I'm bypassing that a little bit, but there's reports coming out of camp that he's running with the 3s and 4s. That could be because of that. I don't know.
So you got Robert Woods off an ACL injury. You have Traylon Burks.
Blank.
I
okay.
didn't think that's
there's a little white dude at a little white dude rookie in Titans camp that's been killing it, supposedly. Like, dude, the corners are like, we can't guard him type stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. It's the next Cole Beasley.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, other than those two,
I mean, you got Derrick Henry.
You do got Derrick Henry.
But the big thing, I think the big thing for the Titans, like for the past couple of years, is their ability. They have trouble staying healthy. Derrick Henry got hurt last year. Taylor Lewan, their best offensive lineman, gets hurt like every year.
Yeah.
Tannehill has bad injury history.
Tannehill's just bad. I mean,
Robert Woods is coming off an injury. They got injuries all over the place.
Would it be crazy to say, like, if say Derrick Henry goes down, Jags finish number 2 in the division? I'm higher on them than you are.
What are you saying? Like beginning of the year, like before
the end of the year, second in the division.
No. I'm saying when does Derrick Henry go out? Derrick Henry goes out like beginning of the year. Like tears his ACL beginning of the year.
He goes out with enough time to make a significant impact on the season. When was he out last year?
No, I want to say it was like week 12. And they rushed him back for the playoffs.
I don't remember, but I don't know.
Which they then lost to the Bengals. Let me see. Let me double check their schedule, because that's crazy. No. I think looking at their schedule here. So say Derrick Henry's gone. You have Titans week 18. I think that's a win. The Texans. I think, to me, that's a split. They have the Jets, to me, can go either way. They're not beating Dallas. The Titans, again, they'll beat. The Lions, split. They're not beating the Ravens. They're not beating the Chiefs. They're not beating the Raiders. They're not beating the Broncos. The Giants, The Colts, I don't think they'll beat the Colts. Titans, again, toss up. Eagles, no. Chargers, no. Colts, I don't think they will. Commanders, honestly, I don't think they'll beat the Commanders.
Week 1?
Yeah, I don't think they will. I think they'll lose week 1.
I have that as a week 1 win.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I just don't know. Like, Tannehill's going to be a big question.
Obviously, you don't want to wish, any bad luck on people, but I don't want Tannehill to have a good year. I want to see Malik Willis get in there.
He didn't look that bad in his preseason game. I didn't think.
You see that video that was going around of him having some stinky footwork?
Yes, I did. Supposedly he had some bad reads in the game. But they're saying he's there, but he's raw. Yeah. What do you expect from a major quarterback? But he's got mobility. He's got a strong arm. But that was one of my questions going into this year. Like, do you think Malik Willis sees the field this year?
Yeah, 100%.
Starts.
He'll start at least one game.
Think so?
Yeah. Bro, read option with him and Derrick Henry.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Oh, my goodness.
That would be crazy.
Oh, my goodness. Bro, I think Malik Willis comes in. I want to say he comes in week 14.
Really?
Yeah. Against the Jags.
Against the Jags at home.
Because at that point, you're going to be fighting for a playoff spot. And if Tannehill's not doing it all the way up until then, it's like, all right, if we want to make the playoffs, we got to at least,
Right.
I can understand them being like, we want a playoff spot, so we're going to keep Tannehill in. But if Tannehill's not getting the job done, it's like, all right, we're going to put Malik Willis out there, see if he's doing any better.
Right.
Yeah, even if he starts and goes one half, and they're like, he's not it.
Yeah.
Just put Tannehill right back in there.
What do you have their ceiling at then?
Their ceiling? A wild card spot? Like a low wild card spot?
Yeah. I'd say if Derrick Henry can stay healthy, and Tannehill can just be mid, he's got to be a superstar.
Wasn't Tannehill an MVP candidate like 2 years ago? Right before he got that big contract? Maybe I'm wrong. I thought he had a really good year recently.
He probably did, but if he can just hold his own, I mean, the Titans can make the playoffs, but they're definitely a first round exit.
Yeah, I don't think. And then obviously ceiling, I have them being at the lowest 6 wins. Like I have them at 7 right now, but I don't see him going lower than 6.
I don't see him. Yeah, I don't see him as a 5-12 team.
Nah,
but yeah, that's 6 to 8 range. I could see definitely. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're saving best for last. The Colts.
The Colts.
If you can call it the best.
Quarterback carousel.
Yeah.
Matty Ice. What do you think about Matty Ice in Indianapolis?
Dude, I love it. I think they were a quarterback away and tried for Carson Wentz, but they were begging to get rid of Carson Wentz.
I think it was good. I think that was the best option they could have gone for that year.
Yeah, I mean, they have a good defense. They have a great run game. Decent weapons around them. Nothing. I wouldn't say they're nothing special.
I mean, they could do with a better wide receiver, in my opinion, and a better tight end.
Yeah.
But you have a good offensive line, great run game, good defense. Matty Ice is a good quarterback. Yeah. I think for me, I don't see them having any issue winning the division.
No, I think it should be. I mean, if they just handle business, I think it should be a cakewalk.
Like I have them at 11-6, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which I want to say is a cakewalk, but to me the Titans are a big question mark.
I know.
I don't know what to expect because they were the number 1 seed last year. They did lose. They lost some big pieces, but it's like, did they lose enough to where they're really gonna drop that? Like, not even be the best team in the division?
I just think the Colts got better.
I think they did too. I really like the Colts.
I mean, they got obviously Matt Ryan, Stephon Gilmore.
He'll be decent.
He's a little older, but he's like a still good little piece. Alec Pierce, they've been raving about him in camp. Alec Pierce, wide receiver from Cincy.
Oh yeah, that was Desmond Ritter's number 1 target, right?
Yeah, he was pretty good. But they didn't really lose much at all. I mean, Carson Wentz, but he's trash. I would sell him for a bag of chips. And then like one of their safeties retired. But other than that, like that's all I'm really seeing. Unless I'm missing something, I don't know.
To me, there's not much to talk about. Like, to me, this division is as straightforward as it comes.
Yeah,
I guess you could say there's a question mark about the Titans, so you don't really know where to put them. And the Jags and the Texans, they're gonna be fighting for the
number 1 overall pick.
Yeah. So it's I don't really know where to. To me, the Colts should win this division easily, no questions.
Yeah. I mean, another thing I forgot to talk about this guy, Paris Campbell. He's not hurt yet, so this dude got drafted like 4 years ago. Has seen like 1 snap in the NFL. He's not hurt yet, so we're coming up on the season, so maybe.
So you still think Pittman's number 1 receiver, or you think over Pierce?
Yeah. Pittman, clear number 1. Pierce probably 2.
I was about to say,
yeah. If Paris Campbell could stay healthy, they like him for some reason. I don't know why.
It was good in camp, I guess.
I think that's. Yeah, I have here. This was an update a little bit ago, but Paris Campbell's getting all the hype as wide receiver number 2. If he can stay healthy, maybe. I don't know. I don't even remember how the dude plays, dude. I don't know. I mean, if Pittman can step up as a wide receiver 1, like a true wide receiver 1, then I think they'll be.
I don't know if he can make the jump, though, to be honest. I like Pittman. I don't think he's a wide receiver 1 guy.
I'm not really that high on Pittman either.
I don't like Pittman. No. I take it back. I like Pittman. I don't like him as a wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
I think they could do with a new tight end as well. Mo Alley Cox is not doing it for me.
I know. Yeah. How do you think Jonathan Taylor does? Think he repeats?
No. I don't think he'll I think he'll have another good year. I don't think he'll repeat.
Who do you think's being the rushing leader then? If it's not Jonathan Taylor.
Is it crazy to say Derrick Henry? Even though I think they're going to have a bad year?
If he stays healthy, no.
I think he's going to get the most amount of touches out of any running back.
Yeah, that's such a run-heavy offense.
I mean, I don't really see any other running back that, to me, that is just going to take over the running game. I guess you could argue Aaron Jones.
For the rushing title?
Yeah.
Really?
Who's Aaron Rodgers going to throw to?
They got to run the ball, you're saying?
That's not. They got 2 good running backs.
I mean, I know.
They might.
I feel like
new head coach or no, not new head coach. Sorry, I take that back. Not new head coach. They have a new offensive coordinator though, don't they?
Yeah, because Nathaniel Hackett is
he's the Broncos
in Denver.
coach.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I mean,
maybe. I mean, Aaron Jones is one of those guys that is like, I feel like he's hurt every year too.
I feel like it's not expected, but I feel like it could possibly happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see Aaron Rodgers as a guy to hand the ball off 30 times a game like Tannehill.
Definitely not.
But I still think it's reasonable.
Yeah, in a lot of situations, I would most definitely rather have the ball in Rodgers' hands.
Oh yeah.
Rather than that.
What about you think Nick Chubb? You think Nick Chubb could do it?
Nick Chubb's pretty good.
I like Nick Chubb, and he doesn't catch the ball; he just runs it.
That is true. Speaking of Aaron Rodgers, I guess this just came out. He's basically calling out all his younger receivers. Says we've got to be way more consistent. A lot of drops, a lot of bad route decisions, running the wrong route. We've got to get better in that area. Which that's classic Rodgers because he'll never give any rookie credit. So I'm not really surprised about it, but
I'm surprised he didn't retire. Because I don't understand how you can, because weren't they way over the cap? If I'm not mistaken. So it's like you knew big changes were coming.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, if I saw Devontae Adams leaving and
they chose Aaron Jones over Devontae Adams.
Especially because you have AJ Dillon.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah, if I see Devontae Adams,
unless that was what Rodgers saying, but there's no way Rodgers is sitting there going, "Yeah, give me Aaron Jones over Devontae Adams."
Yeah, there's no way I'd want to stay on a team with them with a bunch of wide receiver threes.
I was about to say that everybody already complains that they don't give him enough wide receivers.
I know,
and then you could just go and get rid of your best one.
I know, that's crazy. He's been bitching and crying for how many years to get him a wide receiver. So they're like, all right, bet. Let me take away the best receiver in the league. For a ceiling for them, for the Colts,
win the division.
Yeah, easily.
I don't think. Excuse me. I don't think it's crazy to say that they could make the second round of the playoffs.
They could make a deep run for their season.
I think
that's what I have. Deep run.
I think divisional round is not out of the picture.
Yeah,
I don't think it's likely, but I wouldn't say it's out of the picture.
I mean, Matt Ryan's also playing with the best offensive line he's probably ever played with. Like, that's a good offensive line. And yeah,
I wouldn't say he's probably playing with the best offense he's played with, period. I mean, you got to take into consideration Julio Jones.
Yeah. That time period when Devontae Freeman was tough and Julio Jones was tough. Maybe.
Would you take Devontae Freeman when you?
Yeah, don't even ask me that. Don't even ask me that. Yeah, yeah, Jonathan Taylor all day. But still, I mean, he was a nice little shifty back. Their floor. This is. I'm trying to think of an example of this. Maybe. You know how quarterbacks they're all play their whole career with one team. They do good, build a legacy with that team. Go to a new team in the offseason, and you're like, oh my God, this guy's washed, and then he retires.
Phillip Rivers?
Yes. Yeah, yes.
Matt Ryan?
I'm saying that guy could be the floor. Matt Ryan becomes one of those quarterbacks that's like,
to be fair to Phillip Rivers, they did make the playoffs, which is crazy because he cannot throw the ball more than 10 yards.
I know.
The fact that they made the playoffs is insane.
Yeah, so that's my floor for them.
I was going to say, floor is second in the division.
Second place.
Yeah, 8 and 9, 7 and 10. That's depending on the Titans though, really. Depends what happens with the Titans.
Yeah, that's it for AFC South. There's not really much to talk about with them.
I'll say, straightforward, stinky 2 teams, and then 2 question marks.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Like, I don't know what to think of the Colts. They missed the playoffs last year. You got better. You added Matty Ice, but you're still missing some pieces on offense. You don't really have anyone for Matt Ryan to throw to. I mean, you got Pittman, but you got Nyheim Hines out of the backfield to catch passes. But other than that, I think they need to go get a true number one receiver.
Odell.
Bro, I still like Odell. Even though he's coming off an ACL injury, I think if you put Odell on that team, I think wide receiver number one instantly, and I think he has a decent year. I think he has like a 700-yard year.
Yeah, I like Odell. I mean, could you imagine talking like back to we should have probably talked about this with the AFC East, but like, could you imagine like Josh Allen throwing to Odell, a healthy Odell? That would be insane. But if you give Matt Ryan time to throw with that good offensive line, I think.
He'll make it work.
Good. Yeah, like people forget Matt Ryan won an MVP.
Was that the year they went to the Super Bowl?
20-3. Shout out
James White. Shout him out in the last episode. Shout him out in this one.
Shout him out. Yeah, that was, and then he choked. So, tough seat for Matty Ice.
I don't understand how you do that.
Hey, you can't bet against Bill Belichick. I told you last episode you can't do that.
Tom Brady.
I mean, you can't do that either.
Are you saying is that Matt Ryan's fault they didn't win the Super Bowl, or is that the defense's fault they didn't win the Super Bowl?
I think that's just
because all Matt Ryan has to do is go out there and get a field goal.
I think that's just Tom Brady being Tom Brady. He's just that dude.
Tom Brady goes up and puts the points up, but I mean, are you saying
I don't care
for the Falcons not extending their lead? Is that a Matt Ryan fault, or is that a Patriots defense is too good fault?
I think they just tucked their tails and tried to play conservative. Thought they were winning the game with 28-3. I mean, they could have definitely still played an aggressive style offense, but then again, that's just. I mean, you can't get bet against Brady. That's just Brady being the number one player.
That's
ever.
Brady
Brady's
being like that, not Belichick. Brady.
You can make that, yeah. Because I say Brady is the best quarterback to ever play the game, hands down. It's not even close.
I don't think there might be a couple people that argue that, but I don't even know who you know.
For me, it's like Brady, Montana, Peyton Manning in that order.
Oh, I can't believe I forgot Peyton Manning.
Yeah. But like people right now are trying to argue Rodgers and Brady. I don't even think that's a question.
That's not
even like a conversation that's worth my time because Brady easily has that every single time.
For sure.
I'm not a big Rodgers guy. Rodgers definitely good, but like I said last episode.
I was about to say, we talked about this last episode. I think Rodgers is top 10 maybe. There's an argument for him not to be top 10, but I'm definitely still taking Brady.
100 times out of 100.
I'm taking Matt Ryan in the Super Bowl though. Come on.
Oh man, yeah, but probably a wrap. That's all I got here for AFC South. Not much.
I was about to say, yeah, there's not much to talk about this division. It's like reading a picture book and trying to write an essay on it.
For real. Well, if it makes anyone feel any better, I think next we got AFC West and AFC North, so that'll be
some good divisions.
Yeah,
we could talk about those divisions.
We could talk for hours about those divisions, so that makes up for it a little bit.
Don't worry, we have to talk about the NFC South yet too.
Yeah,
another giant.
Yeah, don't get too hyped. Don't get too hyped. We still got the NFC.
I think that's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Deuces.
Peace out, yo.